Go, go, Power Rangers! Yeah! Hello and welcome to a new episode of Rafa's Toy Studio, the place where I get to talk about those toys that everyone should check out. And today, I'm gonna get to talk about the Power Rangers again. I'm sorry, I love them, and so you're gonna hear me talk about them. If you don't like that, you don't have to watch this episode, or otherwise, maybe learn something new, because these toys are worth it. Now, back in Series 1, Episode 3, I reviewed my 1994 MMPR Auto-Morphin action figures. And I love those figures because, again, I went to Tucson to visit my best friend. They were right there in our galaxy. I picked them up. I enjoyed them. Their heads flip. It was really, really fun. And, those had the nostalgic aspect of my childhood. With these, for those of you that, maybe don't have access to your old toys and want to relive some of these memories or create the collection, well then look no further because I'm about to share my S.H.Figuarts Power Ranger collection. Now, to start off this video, I want you all to understand that I'm not a big fan of very, very articulate action figures. Sometimes they're very small, or they're very fragile, or they come with so many accessories that I feel like I'm going to lose them all. And these toys are just that. S.H.Figuarts is the new standard in the series that incorporates the Bandai action figures under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Humanoid Action. So that's kind of the tagline of what these toys are. And S.H.Figuarts, what they did is, together with Bandai, they were able to basically recreate the Power Rangers, put them in action figure form in very articulate ways in order to really showcase the movability and the molding of these specific heroes. So if you want a very, very crisp, detailed, articulate Power Ranger toy, look no further. These are the ones. Part of the 20th year celebration when these came out, you can pick up these Power Rangers and recreate these awesome stories because of the fact that they are highly movable. They have great articulation with dynamic posing. I mean, you can literally put them in almost any pose that you'd like to. And you have all of them, which is the best part. It has all kinds of different parts. Specifically, they have different blasters, all kinds of different hands. And so again, you can really create that believability. You can recreate scenes from the TV show by putting these things together. And each figure comes with an extra weapon, so you can actually put the power blaster together. I still haven't put it together. It's really hard, but I'm going to soon. And then again, the molding is great. You don't get any toys that are more detailed than this. The paint is really nice. The texture is really good. They don't feel that flimsy, so they don't feel like they're going to break. And I've been playing with these toys now for a good year and a half. Not including Billy and Trini, who I just got, so I now have completed the collection. But without further ado, I'd really like to share these S.H.Figuarts Power Ranger toys. And if you want to, please check them out because they are discontinued, so these are some of the toys that you'd actually have to go out and find. The first S.H.Figuarts toy that I got was the Red Ranger, and man was I excited when they had him in Hastings. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? And so I picked them up, and again, Red Ranger, childhood favorite. Jason was always, the awesome leader that would lead the Rangers to victory. I really liked him. He was cool, he was collected, he was the best. And having him in action figure form was really cool because, again, I was able to lead the Rangers, and he needed his team, so I needed to get the rest of them. The paint is really nice, the red is really good, the articulation is flawless, the molding is movable, he comes with his power sword, which is all that you really need. And overall, I'm very excited for this toy because, again, this is the one that I really wanted to begin with, and so I'm very happy that I got this one. Of course, then they also came out with Dragon Shield Red Ranger, so of course I had to pick him up too. And so now I have two Red Rangers that are ready to just save the world. Of course, I had a huge crush on the Pink Ranger growing up, and so when I also found her at Hastings, I was also very, very excited. I really, really love this figure in the same sense as Red, just because she's an addition to the team, but unlike the male figures, I mean, she comes with the skirt, and she's a little bit more, the joints are a little bit nicer, specifically in the shoulders. They're not as forced out, which is pretty nice. Also, she comes with a variety of hands. She has her power bow here. She's ready to kill some bad guys. And the majority of their different hands, what's really cool is one of the hands that she has already comes holding one of the arrows. So you don't have to worry about having a lot of different arrows that could get lost in the packaging. So in this sense, perfect. You could just have one ready to go, or you can just give her another one of her normal hands, whatever you want to do. But this Pink Ranger, Kimberly, she's one of the best, and she's gonna get you. Mastodon. Oh, I'm so excited that I also have a Black Ranger Zach. Another one of the toys that I picked up at Hastings. When I saw them, like, oh, here they come. They're still coming out. Here we got the awesome Zach, ready to bust a move, ready to fight, coming with his awesome power axe. Whether it's going to be an axe mode or if he's going to turn it into his blaster or his gun, doesn't really matter. Out of all of the toys that I've gotten, Zach, he kind of has a little bit of less movability in this specific joint right here. Every time I move it, it feels like it might break, so I try to be a little bit careful with it. Besides that, I mean, the molding, the detail, the helmet, everything about it is really nice. With specifically the shoulders, again, a variety of different movements wherever you need to go. Like I said, the only thing is I try not to move the leg too much, but I'm glad that I have the Zach figure because unlike some of the other weapons, he can use his for actually melee or to actually shoot. And either way, that's all that you really need. Like I said, Zach is one of those characters that I really liked. Funny. The true best friend of Jason before Tommy showed up. So I always like that dynamic, but one of the characters that I think deserved a little bit more screen time. I really like Zach, and I'm glad that I have him immortalized in this action figure. Here I have Yellow Ranger Trini, and very excited to have her as well. I kind of held off on buying her just because after I purchased red, pink, and black, I was waiting for them to come to Hastings, but then they stopped coming. They were discontinued. So I held off. I'm like, oh, I'll buy her eventually because they were very expensive. But ultimately, I had to drop a lot of money because I realized, you know what? I need the set. I need to get them before it's too late. And so I'm very happy to have Trini in the collection as well. Like Kimberly, her joints aren't as huge as some of the other characters, as the male characters. Again, specifically in the shoulders, there's less of mass there going on. She doesn't utilize the skirt, even though she is also a female ranger, but that's because she's portrayed as a male in the actual Super Sentai series. But regardless, they give her basically chest right there, so you can kind of differentiate that she is a female, which is nice. But overall, this is a really nice, delicate figure. Again, coming with her daggers, ready to use her saber-tooth powers to just knock you out. The only thing about this toy that I'm not a big fan of is the neck is a little bit loose. But as long as I don't move her too much, I think she should be alright. But I'm glad Trini's here. Big part of the brains. She was kind of the heart of the team. She is someone that, you know, will be very missed within both the real context and in the show. Rest in peace. I'm glad that I have this toy. Blue Ranger Billy. Billy Cranston, the smart, the brains, the best in the operation. Again, like the Yellow Ranger, he didn't come to Hastings, so I had to order him. Very, very expensive toy. But like I said, I needed to complete the collection. I really enjoy this Billy. Very similar to a lot of the other figures. Nothing specifically different about him necessarily. Just another focus on the other toys, just with, you know, painted blue and coming with this power lance rather than with an axe or anything else. The only thing is I wish the head was a little bit more detailed. There's not any real ridges. It's just kind of a circular head with the Triceratops kind of painted on there. I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit more detail in the sense of kind of the way that it's shaped, kind of in the sense of Zach. But at the same time, I can't complain too much because I'm happy to have Billy. I'm happy to have the whole team together. That's all that I really need. And so, awesome. And don't think I forgot, I also have Tommy. I have the Green Ranger. I just didn't incorporate him at the beginning just because, I mean, it's the original 5 plus the lone wolf himself, the great Tommy Oliver. I love this toy. The dragon shield is awesome. He comes with the dragon dagger. His sword, I messed it up. It had a red, really nice tail thing going on here, but it broke off, so this is my toy that's been played with. He's used. And as much shit as I give Tommy sometimes, I have to tell you, I love Tommy. I love the Green Ranger. When he was introduced, I really enjoyed this character. I thought he was awesome, and he gave the Rangers a real run for his money. What I didn't like is how, once he was incorporated, it became the Tommy Oliver show, not Power Rangers. Jason was the leader, not Tommy, but that's for another video. Ultimately, they're ready to fight together, whatever it's going to be, right? But again, the articulation is really good. The Dragon Shield really enhances the character, so it doesn't really change the movability at all. But, like I said, very articulated toy, very fun to play with. Pose them in 1,000 different varieties. Green Ranger, ready to come at you. And that's it. that's my S.H.Figuarts action figure collection, specifically with my all-time favorites, the Power Rangers. Now, if you really want to have toys that play good homage to these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, pick these up. You can't find them in stores anymore, and if you can, awesome, pick them up, please, please, please. You're going to have to order them because they are discontinued, which kind of sucks, but if you are a Power Rangers fan and you really want to have these, they're worth it. Again, S.H.Figuarts, they're really good at creating that awesome molding. Look at the detail in these toys. They have great movability with a bunch of different option parts. They come with the blasters, they come with the weapons, they come with all the hands that you need. And ultimately, like I say a lot in these videos, I love stories and I love action figures. But more importantly, I love the stories behind the action figures. The reason that I picked these up, because I'm not a big fan of these very articulate toys, because sometimes you lose the hands, you lose these things. But I need these because of the fact that I love Power Rangers. This was the show I watched growing up that really fed my imagination. There was nothing better than watching this color-coded team come together, fight evil, and they were just teenagers where power was thrust upon them, which is really fucking awesome. I really enjoyed seeing them fight monsters, Putty Patrol, Rita Repulsa, whatever you want to call it, and then, sparks fly out of their chest. Explosions, explosions, explosions. It was a fun, awesome fever dream of just martial arts in cool-ass suits. And so I love Power Rangers, and even though I am going back and watching Super Sentai, this is what introduced me to the whole series. So thank you, Saban, for all of these awesome things that you've given us. So please, please enjoy these toys because the memories that they create will be really, really nice in the future. So with that, this has been Rafa's Toy Studio, and always remember to enjoy the plastic.